Hey everyone, welcome to the garage. Today's topic is the KLR clutch lever interlock with the starter and how it often fails. So the symptom with this bike is, let's try it. With the key in the on position, the bike's in neutral, I press the start button, it works. It'll start. If I pull the clutch lever in, nothing happens. So this is a problem if I stall it or I want to start it in gear. I have to first find neutral, release the clutch, and then I can turn it over. But if the clutch is in and I'm in gear and I'd like to start it quickly in traffic, can't do it. And I think that's a safety hazard. So what we'll do today is, I've already got the lever loose. I'll show you how this clutch switch works and how to bypass it if you choose to do so. Okay, so we'll remove, there's 2 screws in the bottom here, and instead of just showing you the bypass, I thought I would try and explain how the switch itself works and leave the decision up to you how you want to do a bypass, if at all, or if you just want to clean it up and try and make it work again. So there are 3 contacts in here, or there's 3 copper bars, the long one and 2 short ones. So the long one, when the long one and this one make contact, that tells the bike that the clutch lever is released. When the long one and to your left, the short contact on the left, make contact, that tells the bike that the clutch lever is pulled in. And you'll see that there's a sliding, maybe you can see that in there, there's a sliding contact. See that little copper piece? And when I pull the clutch lever in, it moves, right? But for some reason, it's not making contact, or something's happening that's not allowing me to start the bike with the clutch lever pulled in. This is not making contact. So maybe we'll try and clean it up and see where we get before we disable it. If that doesn't work, we'll just have to disable it, because I really think the bike should be able to start, with the clutch in and in gear. So it may be as simple as an adjustment. You'll see these holes are oblong, and that allows us to position this switch. So maybe, because it's not, if you watch the slider, maybe it's just not making connection to these 2. So we'll try that first. And if we can't get that to work, so I'll position it and I'll move, see how this piece slides? We'll slide it towards the bar, and then we'll clamp it in place, and we'll see if that makes, maybe I'll just hold it in place. That's going to be difficult. I'll screw it into place. Okay, so I've got it in place, and you can see how it slides back and forth just a little bit. So I'm going to push it towards the bar and snug it down that way and see if there's been any improvement, because it looked pretty clean in there. And I guess since it is a safety feature, we should maybe try and maintain it or retain it if we can. So that's snugged up. We'll see. So in neutral, clutch out, it starts, it turns over as it did before. And now with the clutch in, oh, well, that's all it took. It's a little bit of adjustment. Isn't that a surprise? I was expecting to have to bypass it. Well, there we go. A bit of adjustment, sliding it towards the bar allowed that movable piece that rides with the clutch lever to make contact to those outer 2. So it starts in neutral, clutch in or clutch out, clutch in, doesn't matter. And if I kick it into gear now with the clutch out, it shouldn't start. And with the clutch in, there we go. It's an old bike, it's been sitting for a while, so even with the clutch in, it lurches. That's a different story. Okay, well, I hope you found that useful. I was expecting to have to bypass it, but the less safety features we have to bypass, the better. I know some people will disagree with me. They think that this is a common point of failure and should be avoided, but now I've got a better understanding of how it works. So I'm going to leave it. Why not? Hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.